Sexy Verses, and that is actually probably my favorite I'll Be Sure album. And my favorite song was Right Now. And it showcases his vocals, and it's just a nice vibe. Did you come up with how did that track come first? Was it the music first, or his lyrics, or or you both come together with that?
Yeah, that was music first. I produced that track for another artist, another group. And when Al heard it, he said, "Oh my God, I love that music. I love that music." There was nothing I could do. It's on the other artists. And then when that artist, that group wasn't released, he said, "Give me that track." You know, and he came and he blessed it and got it to number one record.
But then, if it was only for another artist that they recorded, was the lyrics changed or what happened?
Yes, changed. He rewrote the song. Yes,
Okay.
exact same music, but he took their vocals off, and he rewrote a whole nother song.
Okay. Yeah, I think, as I said, people would be surprised how much of it that he was a lyricist. We would just, that part of him doesn't really get highlighted how much of a lyricist and an artist a producer he is. So, my favorite album from you guys was Sexy Verses. I like Right Now, Natalie. I mean, that was as I said, loved the album. Two things. I was surprised it had an R rating, and I was very disappointed that it didn't get to blow up, which it should. So, what was the story behind Sexy Verses?
Very good. After the second album, B.Sure wanted to go back to the basics. Now he knew what he does best, and the mid tempos, the ballads, the lush plush vocals and music. He wanted to go back to that, and we were able to focus that time. We were able to block out time where we could just do what we do best, and most of it we did, together. And we thought we knew we had something that was really good. We knew this could be just as good as the first album. We knew it. And just there was a lot of restructuring, with the record companies, and it just got lost. It got lost with the promotion and the marketing, because both sides, of the, Uptown and Warner Brothers, everyone was kind of starting to do a little restructuring, and that project got lost. You're absolutely right. That was a special project.
Yeah.
That album, yeah.
Why was it an R rated though? What was there? Was there a conscious thought about, well, let's not make it R, because at that time an R rated did seem to, we had Luke and Till Live Crew. So when you see an R rating, it's almost like, wow, I wonder why it's an R rated. But
I don't know. I mean, we were raised together, so he wasn't using profanity. What was it that made this quote unquote a little obscene? I don't know. To this day, I don't know why it would get that. It definitely was a problem. Yeah, it definitely was a problem, because I didn't see anything that parents had to be wary of, for 18 and unders to listen to. But I definitely think it definitely affected the success of that album.
So at the time, that's around 92. So you had Uptown they had Mary, Jodeci, they had Friday MC, Mary, Heavy was coming out. So they were just almost on an upward spiral. Who's responsible for promotion then? Is it Uptown, or is it left to Warner Brothers?
It was both, but mostly it was Warner Brothers. They're the ones cutting the checks. They had most of that responsibility, and just they were going through some things at that time, and the focus wasn't there with his billboards. He was supposed to have billboards, across the country, and in LA, and those things didn't happen, because they were telling him this when we were making the album, and then once it came out, it was no one was there to do these things for him. And
had Benny left, or was he still around?
No, he was kind of almost out the door a little bit.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was happening, so
boom, you got it. So yeah, he couldn't get the and then Benny and got him in the Fresh Prince, and Quincy got him in Vibe and so all that was going, and then they weren't able to promote him and market him the way he expected, and the album again had to pay for that. It's not fair.